Welcome back. New research shows that the more time young people spend on social media, it's a greater likelihood that they'll both smoke and/or vape.
Our doctor on call, Zorba Pastor, is here to look into that behavior. So really, that has that much of an impact.
Oh, it has. This is a big issue. So I'm a child of the 50s and 60s, and when I was a kid, smoking advertising on TV was common. In fact, it was the most common advertising on TV. I know all the jingles about Winston, Lucky Strike, Camels, because they had jingles. And then the feds came in over time, once the Surgeon General came out and said, hey, smoking is bad for you. Who knew? 65% of the men smoked, 55% of the women smoked, and they said no more advertising on TV, and then smoking began to drop. And if you'll notice, you may not notice, there's no smoking advertisement on billboards anymore, and in magazines there are very few. Well, lo and behold, now we have social media. And what happens is the more kids watch social media, the more likely they are to smoke cigarettes and vape by a huge amount, maybe 3 to 4 times as much. So social media is the advertising for smoking and vaping. It's a big issue, and we have to do something about it.
So do they see like their peers doing it? Or
of course, they see their peers. You know, we all look at social media. Their peers who look. I mean, it's not advertising per se, but it is advertising per se. Now, are they behind it? Are the smokers? You know, are the smoker? You know, companies that produce either vaping or tobacco behind this? I don't know. You know, that's a little bit dark, but they may be. But I think there's a bottom line issue here. First of all, if you're a parent, you have to look at social media and your kids. And sometimes it means you're not on social media as much. You know,
what?
I mean, right. I mean, do as I say, not as I do. And a lot of parents are just on social media all the time. And guess what? Kids follow their parents. And so I think it's time, if you've got teenagers in the house, to look and say, there's a time to shut off your phone. It's not only at dinner, but other times. And I don't know why parents aren't doing this, but a lot of parents aren't. You know, I think that's the issue. So it's an important thing to do, because this really is advertising. Vaping is not as bad as smoking, but you know what? It's really not good. Anything other than pure air into your lungs is not good for your lungs. And we don't, all of a sudden, we don't really know what 20 years of vaping is going to be like, because it's not been around for 20 years. We might find that it also causes cancer. We don't know.
It's important to really get ahead of that before, like you said, you know, the 50s, we waited till later.
And it's important for parents to begin to look at social media and shut off the phone. They can actually take the phone out of their teenager and put it in their own pockets. It's possible. And you can have a night when nobody looks at the phone. So I think it's just time for us to look at, you know, for parents to look at their kids and make a difference. And to realize that what you see on social media is not always the best thing.
Say that loud for the people in the back. Well, thank you very much for this conversation.
Great to be here.